Hey, Doug Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and today is August the 15th as we continue to move along through the month and get ever so much closer to football, which I know all of you are excited about as well as myself. Hey, and speaking of football, just put out a notice on the website, Vegas Pro Insider Daily website, listing all the accomplishments, recent accomplishments of the 5 handicappers we have on our site. Now, these guys are all top shelf. They've done fantastic in the last 2 years or 2 to 3 years in football. Check out their records. It's like I said, it's on the website under football accomplishments. You can get all their picks plus all of my information in terms of super systems, wise guy plays, top trends, all kinds of information for just $99 a month. So check that out, okay? And if you do, sign up. I got a special bonus that you can see right at the website. I think you'll enjoy it. Get a rebate, instant rebate from me, so we'll take care of you right away for becoming a VPID Inner Circle member. So hey, let's get to some free picks today, and they're all about baseball. First up, we got the San Francisco Giants at Miami. Now, the Giants have fallen from a -135 favorite to around -10, even with Madison Bumgarner starting. Now, he has consistently gotten better since he's gotten back from his shoulder injury, and his ERA is down to 2.71. The problem is his team is a dumpster fire. That's what they got going in San Francisco this year after all those years of success. They're 2-8 in his starts this year and 0-5 when they're on the road like they are today. Now, they're going to be facing Daniel Straley of Miami. Now, Straley isn't... Really, there's nothing about him when you watch him pitch that really stands out. But the one thing he does, he just keeps his teams, whether it be, he pitched for Oakland, he pitched for the Reds, and now with the Marlins, he keeps his teams in games, okay? He's a really good number 5 starter, and he does basically what anybody needs him to do, and that's his strength. Now, when he faces teams that are have a slugging percentage of .390 or less in the second half of the season, the teams he's played for the last 2 years are 13-4. Not certainly a energetic play here from me, but Miami on a lean certainly is something I'm going to look at. Next up, we got Toronto and Tampa Bay, with the visitor being the Rays. Now, in this game, I am not quite sure I understand how both of these lines are moving, to be perfectly honest. First of all, the total went from 9 to 9.5, and then the Blue Jays went from I think it's 140 down to -125. Here's where I'm confused on the total, is that in the last 10 games that Tampa Bay has played, they scored 12 runs. Yep, an even dozen, okay? You can figure out the math on that one. It's nowhere near 2 runs a game. So with that, they're going to be facing Marcus Strada. Now, Marcus Strada was terrible a good chunk of the season this year, but lately he's been doing much better, and he's got his changeup working again. He's being able to spot all of his pitches with greater frequency, and he's been much more effective. In his last 4 starts, his ERA is under 2. Now, hey, I'm the first to admit, I look at all the numbers, study all these things, and I know this season alone, Estrada has an ERA over 10 in 3 shots against the Rays. But that's when he was pitching terrible, okay? I think he's pitching much better now. Tampa's not hitting. I do not like the 9.5, so I'm all over the under on that one. And as far as the side goes, I mean, as I just mentioned, Tampa Bay can't score, and if you can't score, you can't win. And they swing and miss like no other team in the American League, leading in strikeouts. I look at this. I like Tampa Bay. I like Toronto in this spot because they're facing Blake Snell, who is 0-6 with an ERA of 4.69. And when the Rays have scored 4 runs or less in 5 or more straight games, they're 4-16 the next time out. My plays, Toronto and the under in this one. Next up, Baltimore at Seattle. Now, Baltimore won last night at Seattle, so Seattle's losing streak continues. I believe it is now at 5. And with that, the kind of a weird total today, at least weird to me, went from 10 to 9. And why it's weird is because of this. Andrew Elbers was traded from Atlanta to Seattle over the weekend, and he's 31 years old, pitched well in the International League, AAA this year, 2.61 ERA. I think he's 12-3. but he's been on a variety of major league rosters and just never quite caught on. 31 years old, pitching in the International League. Tells you pretty much all you think you need to know there. So not exactly sure about the total in regards to him, even though he's having a fine season at a lower level of baseball. And he's going to be going up against Wade Miley. Now, if you've been watching these videos, you know I am one of Wade Miley's biggest detractors. I'm left-handed myself. I played baseball, not at the highest level, certainly, but, you know, that's one of my big things is following pitching. And when I go to games or even watch on TV, and I look at this guy, and he's just been awful. He's been awful for a while, and yet because he's left-handed, he's still on the roster. Now, for whatever reason, in his last 3 starts, he's got a 2.61 ERA. I have no idea as to why. I don't think he's that good. And the total, I don't even want to give a lean on the total, okay, for this game. I don't like it at all, but my numbers do say that the total should come out to 10.6 and the number's at 9.5. So if there's any indication as to what, at least what I have from that standpoint, the over's the play, but I'm not counting this on my record at all, okay? Not a chance. Finally, the Chicago White Sox are at the LA Dodgers. The total has gone from 8 to 8.5. And you got because one of the things you can't look at is the money line. The Dodgers are 360. You can't do money line, you can't do run line unless you think the White Sox are going to win tonight. So go ahead and give a shot at that one if that's what you're up to. Myself, obviously not going to be the case. The over, Miguel Gonzalez is going for the White Sox. I don't see any reason why the Dodgers don't knock him around, and then now with that depleted bullpen that the White Sox have because they've made all those trades, so they're guys that normally only got a few innings here and there now have a greater role in what the White Sox are doing, who have given up completely on the season or to build for the future. Get it? Understand it? Dodgers, better team. I like the over here in this situation unequivocally. So, hey, Doug Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. I hope we can deliver some more winning plays for you. We've been consistent in doing that for a long period of time, over 300 and some picks. So we're going to try and do it here for you again. Consider becoming a VPID Inner Circle member. And as of right now, I am out.